An all-out search in Estill County for a man that police say should be considered dangerous.
We're tracking the investigation into an attack at a Lexington soccer game. Police say a referee told them he was punched.
I couldn't see nothing, and then all of a sudden I just started to collapse, and then they grabbed me and took me out.
Who came to the rescue of a Central Kentucky man after he became trapped in his burning home.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening. They call him dangerous, and they think he could be armed. Tonight, police need your help tracking down an escaped inmate who they think may have a machete.
Police say 37-year-old Jason Gay escaped early this morning while on his way to the Estill County Jail. They say he managed to slip out of his handcuffs and run from a cruiser. Tonight, we're learning more about Gay's criminal history. Phil Pendleton has our top story at 6.
It is still a bit of a mystery how Jason Gay got away.
By unknown means that inmate actually escaped custody from the deputy.
Gay got out of the cruiser that was taking him from Laurel to Estill County, where he was to face a judge Tuesday morning. Police say he went to a water plant and stole a truck.
The suspect then had obtained access to a vehicle that belonged to an IMU employee. That apparently, was routine just to leave the keys in the vehicle.
Police found the truck after a water plant employee shot out its tires, but Gay wasn't in it. Also missing a weapon that was in that truck.
It did obtain a large knife from the vehicle that apparently the owner had left in there prior to this incident.
Gay has faced numerous charges in several counties. Police say a year ago he was arrested after they found drugs and a gun in his car. He's also facing theft and bail jumping charges from Laurel County, where just last month he was sentenced to 11 years in prison. Police say his desperation could make him dangerous.
It is assumed that that person could be a danger to officers or the public.
In Estill County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Investigators say Irvine Police, the Estill County Sheriff's Office, and Kentucky State Police are all actively searching for Jason Gay.
What led to the deaths of 3 kittens found on a Central Kentucky road? Someone driving down US 27 in Jessamine County thought she saw the kittens being thrown from a moving car this morning, but investigators are not sure if that's the case. Sam Smith has the latest.
Officials say the kittens were found on the roadway, and they had to stop traffic to remove them.
A witness had stated they were behind a vehicle that was throwing kittens out on US 27.
Officials say 3 kittens were found. The first kitten was found near the intersection of Main Street and US 27. The second kitten was found near Bluegrass Energy, and the third was located near Catnip Hill Road. All 3 were dead when officials arrived. Mike Cassidy with Animal Care and Control says after talking with the driver of the vehicle, this appears to be an accident. He says the kittens appeared to have been in the wheel well, and the driver was not aware. Investigators say they found evidence on the car that backs that up. They talked with the car owner. They say it's clear that she cared about the cats and was upset that this happened. Cassidy says the scene this morning, though, was one of the worst they've worked.
Something as horrendous as this, no. This is not very often that we see that.
Officials say after looking at their teeth, the kittens are estimated to be about 6 to 8 weeks old. In Nicholasville, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Animal control officials do not believe anyone will be charged in this case.
Well, it is another cool day across the Bluegrass with temperatures still running well below normal. So we all want to know, when will it feel more like June? Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has an early look at your forecast. How about it, Chris?
Yeah, at this rate, it may be August before it finally feels like the month of June. The pattern kind of going in reverse over the past couple of days. Today's temperature is more of a result of a lot of low clouds that we've been seeing for the better part of the day. Let's take you back on our live sky cam, and we put everything in motion starting out around 7 this morning. Notice how the clouds, yeah, they're moving. They're just not moving out of central and eastern Kentucky. Starting, though, late this afternoon, the farther north and northwest that we go, to see a hint of some clearing that is not showing up on top of the Lexington area. 59 degrees. We spent the better part of the day outside of just a couple of minutes. We briefly hit 60 this afternoon. breaking the streak of, I believe, 37 consecutive hours in the 50s. Outside of a few minutes, we've been in the upper 50s again across most of central and northeastern Kentucky. 59 right now, Lexington and Richmond. Live First Alert Defender, nothing locally. A little shower and thunderstorm action to our south and southeast. Got some friends and family down into the Smoky Mountains. They're getting hammered right now with some heavy rains that are going to try to come at us from the southeastward direction tomorrow. If you're out and about this evening, it's cloudy, it's crisp, and it is cool with temperatures into the 50s. When I come back in a few minutes, we'll focus on the forecast, guys, that includes storm chances that are on the increase.
A soccer game took a violent turn at a Lexington Park. Investigators say a referee ended up being attacked.
They say a player punched the referee in the face during the game, but it didn't stop there. Investigators say someone watching the soccer game joined in the attack. Garrett Weimer has the story new at 6.
It wasn't a fight between kids, but adults here at Whitney Young Park. We've learned it was a Fayette United Soccer Association adult soccer game here when a player punched a referee. According to police, the referee had given a yellow, then red card to a player during the game, but the player was not happy about it and punched the ref in the face. Police say things got even worse right after that when a person watching the game hit the referee too. Police say they do have the names of the two people they believe punched the referee, but they say that referee would have to file charges against the two because police did not see it happen. Kentucky's state referee administrator tells us he is aware of what happened here on Saturday, but he's still gathering information about it and still has not yet received the official reports from the referees themselves. In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
This is the second time a soccer referee has been attacked in Lexington this year. In February, we told you about a referee being punched at an adult indoor soccer tournament. Tonight we have some new information about an assault during a high school baseball game in eastern Kentucky. Charges against Pike Central baseball player Brad Elkins have been reduced. He had been charged with second-degree assault, a felony. But court workers say that's now been changed to fourth-degree assault, a misdemeanor. Last month, investigators say Elkins punched a Lawrence County high school baseball player during a game, and they say it was caught on video.
We have new information tonight about the case against a Knox County school bus driver charged after police say 2 students brought guns to school. Today, a judge set Charles Hans's trial for July 30th. He's charged with facilitation to unlawfully possess a weapon on school property. In April, police say 2 students, ages 6 and 7, brought guns to school thinking they were toys. Police say a student told Hans that the students had the guns on his bus, but he didn't report it, so police arrested Hans. The school district later placed him on administrative leave.
Tonight, a Bourbon County man says he's lucky to be alive. A fire ripped through his home this morning, but someone who happened to be driving by rescued him just in the nick of time. Tonight, both the hero and the man who was rescued are talking about what happened. Jordan Valines has a story from Paris.
Firefighters spent nearly 5 hours putting out the flames here at a home on 16th Street. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but firefighters say that may have not been the case if neighbors didn't stop to help. You can call him a hero.
I seen smoke, so I pulled over.
Call him a good Samaritan.
That was the right thing to do, so I done it.
Or you can call him a lifesaver.
He finally opened the front door and the smoke would knock you down. So I don't see how he stayed in there that long.
Junior Waters was on his way to work.
I just got gassed up at Speedway
when he saw the burning home and acted on instinct.
Seen all that smoke, so I pulled over.
Rushing to see if anyone was still inside.
I heard some voices and I heard people grab me.
Firefighters say the owner of the home, Eric Brown, had fallen asleep after turning the stove on.
I think it started in the back of the house in the kitchen.
Unable to reach the front door.
And I was on the ground and I guess I was losing consciousness.
Brown was pulled out of his burning home.
It's just a miracle.
By the hands of a stranger.
It's truly a miracle.
Although many of Brown's belongings are now burned, he says the most important thing is that he and his dogs made it safely out of the flames. Firefighters do consider this home to be a total loss. In Bourbon County, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
And at last check, firefighters say they were not sure what caused the fire, but they say the homeowner told them the stove had been left on.
New tonight, firefighters are trying to figure out what caused a fire that destroyed an Anderson County home. This is video shot by the Anderson News. The fire started around 4 this afternoon on Herndon Road in Lawrenceburg. The Anderson County emergency manager says no one was injured in the fire. Firefighters now have that fire under control. A Lexington store was open for business today despite the damage a car crash caused to the building. The car hit the back wall of Panel Swim Shop on West Tiverton Way last night. Investigators think the car sped out of a parking lot, crossed the road, and hit a tree before hitting the building. The driver suffered minor injuries and no one else was hurt. The owner of the shop says the restroom has heavy damage because of the crash, and now he's waiting to hear from his insurance company to figure out how much the repairs will cost.
It's not going to be a lot of fun. It's just kind of getting into the summer season. You know, we're gearing up with swim teams right now, so it's going to be a busy time. But we've already got contractors in this morning working on the plumbing, getting all the fixtures out, and kind of get things going as quick as possible.
The owner thinks it will take a couple of weeks to repair all of the damage. He says nothing like this has ever happened to him in 20 years of business. A new playground is open in Lexington, but it has a deeper meaning than just a fun place for children.
The Children's Advocacy Center unveiled the Junior League of Lexington Playground this afternoon at its offices on North Ashland Avenue. Tonight, the playground was open to children of all ages as part of a community event. But this is considered a therapy playground designed to help children who have been abused express their emotions and experiences.
This is one more tool in our arsenal to create a safe, child welcoming and friendly facility that really gives kids the chance to come outside and just have a good time and make this process of investigation as easy as possible on them.
The Children's Advocacy Center says a grant from the Junior League of Lexington made this playground possible.
It appears a new fried chicken restaurant will soon be coming to Lexington. City leaders say Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen plans to build a restaurant near the corner of New Circle Road and Old Paris Road. Popeye's is a national chain which features fried chicken with a Cajun flavor. The chain used to have a restaurant on Nicholasville Road in Lexington, but it closed years ago. No word on when the new restaurant will open. Triple Crown will be on the line this weekend when American Pharoah runs in the Belmont Stakes, and Keeneland has planned a party to celebrate. Gates at Keeneland will open at 9 Saturday morning. Along with being able to watch and bet on all the races from Belmont Park that day, you can win a drawing that will allow you to place a $500 win bet on a horse in the Belmont. Concessions and full-service bars will be open in Keeneland's grandstand.